Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris here. Once again, we are looking ahead to today's two gamer for the WNBA for the 26th of June. As normal, hopefully you guys all did pretty good last night. If you guys go ahead and like the video, leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it. And also hit that subscribe button for more WNBA lineup advice videos. And once again, thank you for the support for the last couple videos on the thumbs up. Like I said, it definitely does go a long way and it shows support for the channel. And like I said, still about 35% of you guys are not subscribed. So if you guys could help me out, it's free, and hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you guys know when I go live and I'll post a video for you guys. So anyway, yeah, we got a two gamer today. Recap of last night. I didn't play just because I had stuff going on. Slash, it wasn't my slate, as I was kind of telling you guys in the video. And like I said, I kind of said, I kind of want more Valkyrie, if anything, and 81-78. That was a good game over there. Then Aces blew out the Sun. So hopefully, you guys did pretty good. It was an interesting one. It was just a weird fit. Couple of the cheap people just didn't do great. So if you did a balanced lineup, you probably did half decent last night. So let's get into it today. For some reason, I don't like the Aces. I just don't. For DFS purposes, there's two. I will get into it. Anyway, Sparks and Fever is our first one. We have a 167.5 and a 5.5. So no Caitlin Clark tonight. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do with the starting lineup, because RotoWire has Sydney Colson starting, which is going to be interesting. She starts when Caitlin Clark is out, so I would not be surprised if she starts here again. I don't really have a ton on her. Even when she plays big minutes, she doesn't really do a ton. I think she's just a filler, to be honest with you. She's 3,600. Like I said, even when she got minutes, when Clark was out, she didn't really do much. She did all right against New York, but besides that, she's just doesn't do much with her minutes. So one person I don't mind taking maybe a GPP snag out here, Sophia Cunningham. Another person that's not the greatest, but if anyone has a little upside, it's her. But once again, when Clark was out, she didn't do much with the minutes she was given, and she's 4,400. So it's like, all right, who's gonna step up for Indiana? So trying to find that cheap guard. I think Kelsey Mitchell's in a good spot. I do wish Clark was here, because it might. I don't know if it's gonna hurt Kelsey Mitchell here not having a crazy ball handler. Let's see how she did without her. Yeah, so she did okay without Clark. So I think she benefits with Clark giving her some threes. So Mitchell's okay at 58. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets like 25, 26 in this one, a slight down. Um, I think Boston has to carry it here, but I think the one, if you're looking at for Indiana, has to be Erin McDonald. She just signed a contract for the rest of the year, so she's good to go. Playing pretty solid minutes here right now. I think that's off the bench. Looks like a pretty solid usage rate as well. And yeah, at 5,100, it's not the worst spot for her, because she's taking on LA. LA's not that good of a team. I think McDonald can give them some life off the bench. So definitely don't mind looking at her. Another one you can look at is Shea Petty. I mentioned her last game. I'd rather have McDonald, but if you need the price tag, you can look at Petty. But as I mentioned last time, her max was probably 15, 16, 17, and she got 19. So she played 33 minutes, yes, but like I said, 7 points. It's just, when I'm doing this, I need usage rate, because there's not much else going on here. So Petty at 4-6, I'd rather just go to McDonald, to be to be completely honest with you guys. Sorry, still the yeah. So let's go look at the forwards here. Like I said, Boston's been absolutely popping it off. I wouldn't be surprised if she does it again. Reese, I think, had a half decent game against Sparks, I think, last time out. So yeah, look at Boston. She's been popping it, looking like an NBA player with these stat lines recently. So, especially with Clark being out, a little extra usage for her and a couple more assists. Then you got Hamby and Stevens. Who's going to pop off this time? Is it going to be Stevens? Is it going to be Hamby? I think they're both good cash game plays. I don't know who's going to pop off, so you just got to pick. You got Rickea Jackson at 56. I think price went up, and I don't think she's playing all right minutes, but like I said, I was all over her on Chicago, but she's just I don't know. She's just not doing crazy. She could have a good game here and get a 30 bomb like she did against Vegas, but um, yeah, I'm not too sure. So my GPP play of the day is going to be Natasha Howard at 5,300, and the reason why I say there's no Caitlin Clark and there's no Dantis, and Dantis didn't really play a ton anyway, but she did play 20 minutes last game. Why? Because she's going overseas. She played 20 minutes out of the blue. Now she's gone. Like I said, Howard is very, very frustrating player. She really is. As we saw against Seattle, she played 12 minutes. Dantis took a lot of her minutes. So either A, she's going to suck again and be like Vegas and get you 15 minutes and 24. Sorry, 15 points in 24 minutes, or she could be like Atlanta and have a half decent game for you. Um, she's just all over the place, a hit and miss. But like I said, this is my GPP play. 5,300 with someone that I know can get you 25, 30 on a good day. And why not do it against LA? You know what I'm saying? Like they need her here. I mean, I think Indiana might be at a slight disadvantage here. I know that's crazy, but I don't know. I think Howard needs to step up. So that's my GPP plays Howard. She could probably bust here, but like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if she goes off for 25, 30, and if she does, you can thank me later. But I don't know. I just have a feeling about her. I mean, they're at home. They don't have Clark. They don't have Dantis behind her. I don't know. I don't mind it in GPPs only because she's frustrating, obviously. All right, Washington and Las Vegas. So we got Vegas. I don't like them. We got a 167.5. So Vegas to me, I don't know. They're a good team, but I just don't like them for DFS purposes. They're so expensive, and you can never get them in there. And for some reason, I don't know if you guys have this issue, but Chelsea Gray and Jackie Young, every time I pick one of them, the other one goes off, just like Hamby and Stevens every time. So that's probably the main reason I don't like picking them. But yeah, I mean, look, last time out, Washington shocked everybody. They really did. They went in there and yeah, they beat Minnesota if I remember correctly. So yeah, Austin's a good play at 7-1. She's been even against a good team. She's been popping off a very high usage rate. So yeah, Austin's a good play. It helps more if Skies is out, but I don't think it really affects her crazy. Maybe one or two fancy points if that. And then we get down to Young and Gray. Like who are we going to? You got Lloyd as well in there. I think Jackie Young's probably your better offensive player in this one, especially getting all the rebounds recently. And then Chelsea Gray's more your all-around player. That's going to get you like maybe 15 points, as you can see here. So it just depends. Chelsea Gray has not been the greatest. She definitely been struggling in the turnovers, as you guys can see. And on FanDuel, it's -1, so that hurts. So I guess if you have to pick Jackie Young, you got Jewel Lloyd, but she's only been averaging 20 to 23. And but like I said, I don't mind a small little Washington stack here. Vegas is on a back to back here. Washington just beat Minnesota, the best team in the league, and now they're like, all right, let's take on Vegas. Vegas not playing crazy great, but they're still one of the best teams in the league. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Washington pops here. I'm intrigued to see what Skies does. If Skies is out, I would not mind taking a GPP shot with her. I just don't think a ton of people are going to be on her and against the Aces. But look, if they're going to be in this game, it's going to be pretty. Skies is going to go off for 35, 40. So another one of my GPP plays, a little bit more expensive at 7,300, and especially with a lower leg injury, we'll have to see. It's taking a risk on her, but if she doesn't play, we can go back to Citron over here. I think that's Citron. We can play her again. She's playing massive, massive minutes. Little bit on the turnovers, which kind of stinks, but like I said, she's not a bad play at 6-1. And then you got Kiki as well at 5,900 as a forward, and she's looking good. I don't mind her in this one. I think she can probably get you 26 at 5,900. Like I said, I don't mind the Mystic. I think they got momentum right now. Another one that's been stepping up, like I said, I kind of dissed her a little bit for her offense, and she's been popping off a little bit. So, once again, you can look at her. You have to remember that she did get 4 steals, so that's 12 points right there. So, if she didn't have that, she'd probably only be around 17, 18, and also the turnovers are pretty high as well. So, like I said, don't mind it. I think her ownership will go up a little bit, but be cautious with Sugg Sutton for sure. I'm not going to mess with Nye. If Milborn starts, GPP only for me. Um, I don't think this really does much. But like I said, if you're playing deep GPPs only, Emily is out. She doesn't really do a ton. She usually gets about 8 to 11 minutes, but that's a couple minutes for Edwards maybe to have instead of 11. Maybe she gets 14 to 15 minutes, and maybe she gets you 15 to 20, 22 fancy points at like 1% ownership. Like I said, that's only if you're pretty crazy and doing some GPPs. We got Stephanie Dolson here as well. She's not doing anything. She's just kind of there. So yeah, keep an eye on Edwards. Let's go kind of build you guys a little bit the lineup that we're looking at here. So like I said, if Skies plays and she looks healthy and everything, then I don't mind a GPP play with her. Um, I don't mind Plum either against Indiana. She didn't have the greatest game, and I think I don't know, she could have a good one here, but she's been in a slight slump as well on the defense. But 6 to 9, yeah, it's a little expensive. But I could also see her popping off. Um, let's just say we go Jackie. Something like that. Forwards, let's go see what we got. 5,500, so not a ton. Sorry, just looking. Yeah, not much going on there. You might have to go a little bit cheaper on the forwards. I mean, on like get rid of Jackie because I mean I would love to have Boston in there, but it's just as of now it's going to be slightly hard to get her in there unless you go really GPP with things. It might be another day where you just go balance. But like I said, if you want to get your GPP plays with Cunningham and Petty and Sutton, they're all right. But you might have to just go straight across today. Got 4,600. Interesting. Yeah, not many cheap options. Like I said, GPP's Howard's looking half decent there at 5,300 because after that it's a big drop off, and these players might not get you a ton at all. So I think probably more of a balanced approach. It's going to be hard to get Wilson in here. I know people did it last night, but um, that's kind of what we're looking at. Like I said, I don't mind 2 or 3 Washington players. I really don't. Maybe one Vegas. I don't want a ton of Vegas exposure. And like I said, I don't mind a little bit of LA and obviously Indiana. If you can get Boston in there, and then obviously Stevens and Hamby as well, and some GPPs and a couple of the other ones that I mentioned. So once again, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you do, leave a like. As normal, I appreciate it a ton, and also hit that subscribe button for more NBA and WNBA Fanduel lineup advice videos. All right, once again, thanks for watching. Hopefully, you guys all cash tonight, and we'll see you guys in the next one.